Hello and welcome back to my RC channel. I'm Andy RC and today I'm checking out the Gteng T907W Cheetah. This is a toy grade hexacopter that is using Wi-Fi to transmit its FPV feed to a mobile device. In this case I'm going to be using the Google Pixel XL. Now a lot of people don't like these Wi-Fi FPV models for two main reasons. The first one is that it is transmitting the video digitally rather than analog like we do with our race quadcopters and multirotors, and that causes a certain amount of delay between seeing the video here and it coming to the device. And lag is a bad thing when you are solely flying off the video, because what you're inputting on the sticks is not transferring over to the screen that you are looking at. So that's the first issue. Second issue is that we are relying on our mobile device as a video receiver, and of course mobile devices don't have great range, and neither do these transmitters here that transmit the video, so usually you only get about 30 meters of range. There's usually quite a lot of breakup and lag as well because it is digital. However, I still do think there is a place for them in the hobby. You see, I got back into this hobby from buying a toy grade quadcopter. I wasn't sure if I was into FPV, so I bought a cheap brushed model just like this one, except it was a quadcopter, and I absolutely loved it. So if there's anyone watching that is looking for something new and they used to do the hobby years ago, then I would say definitely get a toy grade quadcopter or hexacopter, whichever, to get back into it, and it's a load of fun, and that's what I did, and that is how the channel was born. So what do we have here? Well, as I say, it's a hexacopter, and it has got 7mm motors there. These propellers, I think they are Hubsan propellers. I can't quite tell. Actually, a little bit different than Hubsan propellers, but you do get a spare set of propellers in the package. I'll talk about that in a bit. And I really like the landing gear on this one. It's like in a circle formation there, and it sits on the ground really nicely. And then we have this camera here. Now it's a 480p camera, but you can adjust the angle of it. So you've got fully forward, which is good, and down, which I very rarely use. And then under here we have the Wi-Fi FPV antenna there. And then at the back we have this battery here. Now it's an unusual size, this battery. It is, I think it's 500 milliamps. Let's have a look here. Yeah, 500 milliamp 25C. So you are really stuck with using this battery because it just about fits in there. So you can't really use a different size battery, but 500 milliamps should be okay. We have got this battery door as well that closes. Doesn't look like there's an on and off switch there. So that is pretty much it. Looks good in the orange as well, I have to say. So these are the spare parts that you get with it. So a full set of propellers by the looks of it. You get a charger, and the battery is using a micro Lossy, so that's good. I can use a hobby grade charger to charge the battery up. And we have got a screwdriver. What could that be for? And then that's your lot, actually. And you also get this manual as well. The manual is really strange because it's on this sort of double-sided material here, like double-sided sticky tape or whatever. And yeah, very odd that is. Almost like a vinyl or something, I don't know. Well, very good manual, I have to say. Usually are with Gteng. And then we have got the transmitter here, and oh no! That's what the screwdriver's for. There's no need for this. I've said this in plenty of reviews. What is it, to stop you licking the batteries or something? I don't know. Anyway, it takes two AAA batteries in there. And the transmitter's pretty nice. You can hear something rattling inside of it there. Not sure what that is. And we have got this here, which it's got a very loud click on it, and I guess that's so you can angle it, and that is for your mobile device to fit in there, so it should just fit my phone in there. We've got spring-loaded sticks, so this one does have altitude hold. That is definitely the feature of this year, altitude hold. and I'm pleased to say that they have taken advantage of spring-loaded sticks by offering mode 1, but again, unfortunately, you have to put it into mode 1 every time you want to fly, and you have this trim here, and the way that you do that is you press it down, turn it on, and then when you lift the throttle up, it's in mode 1. Otherwise, it's in mode 2. So let's check out the features of this one quickly. The transmitter's really nice. I like how it feels in the hands, but we do have the Xbox stick, sadly, and no gimbal, so not going to get great resolution out of the controls with these, but that is usually the case for these toy grade hexacopters or multi-rotors. So we have got various buttons around here. So starting off with this one, this is a takeoff and a landing button. However, it won't take off until you've armed it, so you can arm it like that and also like that as well. And then this one up here you're going to want to avoid because a short press is one key return, which doesn't work very well, and a long press is headless mode, and I don't like either of those modes. And it says that if you press both of these for a few seconds, then the hexacopter will stop in the air and just fall out, like a sort of safety feature, but I don't like the fact that you have to press the headless mode button to do that, so I think I'm going to avoid using that. We got all the trims here as well, and then these buttons press in here. So I believe that we have got rates on this one, which is 3 different rates, and then we have got your flip on this one as well, so you press that in and then move the sticks and you can do a roll or a flip. So that's pretty much it. Let's get the phone in here and let's talk through the app. You go into your Wi-Fi on your phone there and it's coming up as Gteng Wi-Fi. Usually get a warning to say that it has no internet, otherwise the app usually doesn't work. There we go, Wi-Fi has no internet access, so just choose yes there, and then the app is just called Gteng, and it's a very similar Wi-Fi app to all of the other Wi-Fi apps. If we press VGA there, it'll take us into the main screen, and HD doesn't do anything. So if we go into there, no actual settings on here, by the way, so go into VGA there, and then we have got the camera, and then we've got a back button up there. So back to that. So you can actually fly the hexacopter off the phone, but just don't, because we have got this controller here, so don't do that. We've got our various options here. Now we're going to want to remove these sticks, so we've got an off button up there, and that will remove that. And then we can take a photo, start video recording, and view the video and photo recordings in there as well. So it doesn't have a SD card on the hexacopter. Everything is just screen recorded onto the phone. And then we have got a calibration there, so make sure that it's flat when you press that. And then this one is interesting. I'm not going to press it, but it allows you to change the orientation of your mobile device to flip it around that way. This one is the altitude hold function if you are flying it from your device. And then down here we've got some more settings as well. So we have got our different rates there from 30 to 100, again not using the phone for that. And then we have got the option to fly it with the gyro of the phone, so that's that one there. We can turn up the camera upside down, and then also VR view as well, which I'm not going to be using. So that is all the settings in there. Let's go and take it for a fly and see how I get on. Well, I'm completely fogged out again. It's worse than it's been all week. I can feel that there's moisture in the air, so I hope the picture's going to come out okay. One thing that I forgot to mention in the previous clip is how to calibrate the accelerometer, and it's just both of the sticks down there to the bottom left. I've already done that, so I've got the camera facing forward, and let's go for a takeoff. So I'm going to arm it and then press that takeoff button, and I'm in the very low rate now. As it's foggy, there isn't any wind about, so I'm able to use this low rate. and it seems really stable. See if I can use some of those trims to get it a bit more straight. And that's looking pretty nice. Yeah, very nice. So let's try out the different rates. So that's the second rate there. So second rate and third rate for 3 beeps there. The altitude hold seems to be working nicely. Let's do a bit of nose in. We got that LED on the front as well. Also quite nice. Very quiet model, but it's brushed, of course, so it will be. As I mentioned, the range, you won't get any more than 30 meters out of this without it disconnecting from the video, so I'm going to be keeping it close in. Yeah, flying nice. Let's go for a flip. It gains height, loses height, and then gains height. That's pretty nice. You see, the altitude hold's working nice, but because I'm using these sticks here, the resolution isn't that good, so just the slightest movement on the stick will have a lot of height gain, you see? So you can't be that accurate with the throttle, but that's fine because the altitude hold is working pretty nice. Needs trimming a little bit, but it could just be the wind blowing it now. Let's try trimming it out. Video looks pretty nice. Let's fly it around a little bit. Get some speed up with this one. It's got those rates. I would say that they were low, medium, and high, which is good. No LVC yet. Yeah, smooth this one. The quality of the camera looks really good on the phone. I don't know what it's going to come out like on the recorded footage. It's looking a little bit squashed on the phone screen, so I'm gonna guess that it's 4:3 aspect ratio, and then it stretches it on the phone. I really like that LED on the front. That's pretty cool. Get a look at this thing. Yeah, really difficult to get an accurate height on it. Trying to get it close to the camera, but just the slightest dab on the throttle and it gains height. But I think this one could be flown quite nicely indoors. You see there again, the throttle, I can't be accurate with it, but the controls I can. I guess the idea is that you don't need to be accurate on the throttle because it's got altitude hold. But indoors, I'm going to want to be more accurate on the throttle. Oh, we have a flashing light now on the front as well. So let's see how long it's going to fly for. Oh, just stopped the video there. It said 5 minutes 40 on the recording, so you're looking at a 6-minute flight time, and it's landed itself. It's upside down, and it seems to have locked out the video, which that seems to be the case for a lot of these Wi-Fi FPV models. Well, there you go, that is my review of the Gteng T907. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll put a link in the description if you wish to get one. As always, thanks so much for watching. Please continue to subscribe. Cheers.